You'll see it's down. Boom.
Boom. Bring us in, Buckaroo.
It's good.
It's good.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Food Community Podcast.
Fire.
Rich Homie Juan, LA Icon. Today we got the legendary Big Berner in the building.
Is he the richest fool?
Oh, mandatory.
No, dude, Mario Lopez is, dog.
Nah, I don't think he's been on the cover of Forbes. You're the Forbes fool.
I know, I'm the Forbes fool, dude, for sure.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty funny, yo. Shit.
Before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. If you're in the Southeast Los Angeles area, specifically rolling down Whittier Boulevard like a real one would, and you're looking for quality tree, make sure you guys stop by Greenleaf Botanicals on Whittier Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? You go in there, you ask for some kush, you tell them the food community sent you, get your 10% off. Tell them you saw us on the Berner. It might give you like a little free cookie sample or some shit. I can't hold them to that, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my good people over there at Greenleaf Botanicals in Whittier, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, a man after your own heart with the Flower and the Fire Street brand. Shout out to my boy Emperor's Choice. He's about to have a major launch across all stores, and we'd like to possibly have him inside the cookies locations if possible, brother.
You know, the only way to do that is to get a sample in my hands, which you have access to me, and I can just do what I'm doing now and puff on it. And if it's fire, then I'll recommend it to our store. So
I like it.
That fool got the right connection.
Yeah. And let me ask you a question. After a long day of traveling across the world, jet setting the way the Forbes food does, do you ever come home to your special somebody and feel a little tired? She's like, babe. And you're like, nah, not right now.
Yeah,
sometimes
I'm always sleepy.
Don't trip. We got something for you that's going to really put a little prep in your step. It's called Royalty Honey. I'm going to make sure we send you a pallet so that way you and the entire cookie staff could try it. And
is that one of like the New York deli honey type thing?
Yes, it is.
See, I'm a down ass fool. I've been a rabbit since I've been a baby. My nickname was Rabbit when I was. You know what I'm saying?
So you're jackrabbiting them.
Yeah, no, I don't need the honey, but I'm down to try it. If you're saying it's going to give me a different experience that I can brag about.
You want to know what?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a faithful man.
I am.
So I wouldn't recommend you try it anywhere else but home, because if you do, they're going to be banging on your door. They're going to
get caught.
Your world up.
Have you tried the honey?
Of course I have.
Do you put your stamp on it?
I absolutely do. And actually, I think my wife will co-sign that as well.
Okay. Shit.
Because there's a lot of times I'm tired from podcasting with some of the best foods in the Mexican culture, you know, and it's a little tiresome, you know what I mean? So just take a little, put a little.
No, don't be a soggy jalapeno, man.
Don't worry, man. We gonna send you a pellet of that honey, man. You get some Popeyes, you put it on your biscuit, and you go home and do your thing, baby.
For sure. Put that on my fried chicken, man, with some hot sauce.
Sick ass fool. Let me ask you something. Why the name Berner?
Because I used to get this hash. It's actually pretty funny. I used to get this hash back in the days. It was some pretty low grade hash. It was like a Raja style hash.
What was it, like bubble style?
No, it wasn't even as good as bubble. It was sort of like when I was like young, and we'd be smoking it, and that shit would just drop and get little burn holes in my shit. Like, fuck it, man. You know, I used to do graffiti, so you know, Berner was kind of like the code name for the graffiti shit. So.
No, yeah, go catch a little Berner real quick on the freeway.
You know, I used to write Berner. I used to tag Berner.
Oh, so that's your.
Yeah.
You used to have any other names?
Nah, yeah, before I was Burst. So, yeah, it's actually a good question. Before I was Burst, B-U-R-S-T, right? Boom. And then my homie from 3F, my boy, he was the original Berner with a U, he just found, like, I guess he got saved, bro. This is the first person I ever met that got saved. And he was like, bro, I'm done. I used to look up to this dude. He had Maz. He was dope, bro.
He was the one. He was one of the ones.
Bro, Berner was the one, bro. And I said, bro, with all due respect, Burst is cool, but man, I've been eyeing that name for a long time. I want to hit it with the E. Are you cool with I have it? He's like, bro, I don't care what you do. I found God, bro. I'm chilling. I'm like, cool. So I just inherited Berner, and from there, and it could match with my shit. And so before then, I had Burst, but yeah, man, you know what I mean? I had my eye on that name for a long time.
I like it.
Yeah.
For the people that haven't seen the Cookies Compound Tour by Food Community, what is your ethnicity, to be exact? Because a lot of people have asked me, is Berner You and Berner look alike, but I don't know if Berner's Mexican. I don't know if you're Mexican.
I've been called everything. People thought I was Arabic and this and this and that. I roll with it, especially when I'm at food places. When people think I'm, they'll be like, for sure. And they hook me up extra.
Be careful right now because,
Man, you know what, though? I stand with people in general. You know what I'm saying? I stand with people. Man, I'm from San Francisco. I stand with people. But I would use it to my advantage when people think I'm just whatever it is. But I'm Mexican and Italian.
Fire.
My father's last name is Milam, but his real last name was Apodaca. And he changed it when he was in school because he used to get made fun of. And so I'm actually really considering right now because, I'll be the first. I'm going to tell you first. No one really knows. I got a son on the way, brother.
Amazing.
My first son. So
congratulations.
thank you. And, I like to drop gems when I do interviews with people I respect. And I respect y'all. So the world will find out now for the first time, unless I beat you to Instagram or not. But I don't think I will. But I got a son on the way. And I'm considering whether I change my last name or not. So my dad's last name is Malam. That was his mom was a boyfriend at the time, and he was sick and tired of being made fun of at school with Apodaca. So I'm Mexican Italian. My mom was 100% Italian. My father's 100% Mexican. And
you said he was from Juarez.
Yeah, his family. That's where his family's from. He wasn't from there. He was born here in San Francisco, California.
Fire.
But his mother was born in Juarez.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
that's dope. And what were you gonna say though? You're thinking of maybe bringing back the Apodaca to honestly, put it on your son.
Honestly,
carry the cross.
I was thinking about either bringing back Apodaca, but I might bring my mother's name because I resonate with the Italian side of my family because I had a lot more cousins on that side. My dad's family didn't really have a lot of cousins, stuff like that, growing up from his side. So I'm thinking about bringing back her last name, which is pretty mouthful. It's like a dope ass Italian last name, so I'm in between both. But yeah, I don't think I want to. When you have a son, you kind of pass on the bloodline, right? And I don't want to pass on a name that's not really mine like that. So it's ours. I grew up with it. My father has it, but that's not his. That's not where he's from. So it's either gonna be Apodaca or my mother's last name.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's very honorable of you to.
Yeah.
Is your father still with us?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so he's probably stoked about that shit.
Yeah, he is. He's like, nah, he is and he's not. He's old school, But I
feel it.
But he definitely understands what I want to do. I'm about to bring a son into the world, and now more than ever, I kind of realize how much, our legacies really matter and shit like that. So I don't want to pass on a name that doesn't really belong to me like that.
I like it. Talk to me about your first time getting high.
Yeah, Arizona. Some real ass down ass fools.
You were smoking some Arizona in Arizona?
Smoking some brown weed in Arizona. Walgreens receipt, dog. We couldn't get no one to buy us some papers out there, so we just got the Walgreens receipt in front of the Walgreens we were waiting at. We rolled up some brown weed. We smoked it. I liked how it felt. I didn't really feel it too much, so we kept smoking it. And I fell in love ever since, especially when I visited back in Cali because I was living in AZ for a little bit. When I found some real bomb. They used to call it bomb or light green or,
For us in LA, we would call it AZ because it was like a little green, but with like the orange hairs. That was like the signature look. Real quick before we get too far, talk to me about growing up. Like, where did you grow up? Because right now you said you lived in AZ for a while and shit like that. Talk to me about growing up.
So when I grew up, I was in Daly City, which is right outside of San Francisco, from first to fifth grade, or from baby to fifth grade, right? And then when I was in fifth grade, we moved to Arizona. The whole family was supposed to go to Arizona. My father was supposed to open up a Mexican restaurant out there. Arizona was booming at the time. Pops got caught cheating. He was a player, like I mentioned earlier when we did the tour. Mm-hmm. So he stayed back in SF. My mom decided to continue with the AZ play. So I lived in Arizona on and off until senior year of high school. So, I did 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade all in Arizona, 9th grade all in Arizona, 10th grade I started getting in a lot of trouble. So I'd go back and forth from Arizona to San Francisco. My father lived in San Francisco right above the restaurant that he owned.
I think I'm going to start calling you an AZ fool.
You can call me AZ fool. I rep AZ hard. I learned the game in AZ.
That's right.
I learned the game in AZ. So.
What city in AZ were you out of?
Chandler.
Sick ass fool.
Chandler. So, back and forth to AZ, to the Bay until senior year. Then when I got here in senior year, I just stayed. And I got my mom to move back over here and I stayed here. But the Bay Area is always what kind of made me want to move back here. I loved the music. I grew up on the music out here.
Of course. I
grew up on, just the good food. The diversity was a culture shock going to AZ. Back then, AZ wasn't what it is now. AZ was real kind of segregated a little bit. It's kind of racist fools.
I bet.
Yeah.
We're racist in California, low key, huh?
Yeah, everyone's racist, dog. It's like that.
Hey, you know what? AZ's racist as fuck.
Man, AZ's a cool spot, though. I learned a lot out there. A lot of girls out there. I had fun growing up as a kid out there, and shit, advanced on game out there too. Though, don't get it.
No, absolutely. With the outdoor and the depths, probably, or maybe everything.
It was all brick. They were selling everything, bro. Everything. Crystal AZ was advanced, bro. AZ was advanced. As a kid, I felt like I had an innocent lifestyle. We used to play Crips and Bloods instead of like cops and robbers when I was a kid when I lived in the Bay. But when I moved to AZ, fools were robbing houses and shit in 6th grade. I'm like, these fools are crazy and stuff. Dog, they going crazy out here. And Phoenix is real.
Hell yeah.
Tempe is real. Chandler got some real hoods. Like it's real out there.
Well, I got a boy in a Mesa, and I got boys in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Bruce over there in Mesa. You know what I'm saying?
What's some game that you learned out there that you didn't learn out here?
Bro, I just learned how to make money in Arizona, bro. Like, and when I was here, I was just a kid, bro. I was just chilling. When I got to Arizona, like, all the homies I was chilling with, their older brothers are all selling brick weed or acid or coke or, you know, they just gamed up wearing jewelry. Like, I was kind of like, damn, I really learned the game in Arizona, right? Like, I didn't really know how to make money. I didn't really think about any of that shit when I was in 5th grade, but 6th grade, hella fast, it just got gamed up. They're, you know, the big homies would front us whatever we want. We'd have to bring it back.
Of course.
I just matured hella fast out there. I was doing all kind of wild shit in 8th grade.
Is that where you started bartending?
Nah, I did that out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was 7. We're just turned 18, right when I turned 18.
What was the shop that you bartended at, if you don't mind shouting them out?
The Hemp Center.
The Hemp Center?
Yeah, the Hemp Center. Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Do you ever picture you taking it this far when you were bartending?
Not this far, but I always knew I'd be still doing what I'm doing because I love that shit. And matter of fact, like, I was just telling my girl the other day, I still have dreams about that place every week. At least twice a week I dream about that place in that time of my life because it was so pure. It was fun.
It was dope like that, huh?
Made a bunch of bread, made a bunch of connections. I was running shit, bro. The medical era was the best, bro.
Honestly, vending to the medical places was the best.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Picture I was 19 years old running a store, one of the most popular stores in SF, and I was the buyer and got to deal with all the vendors. Just use your imagination.
No, I completely understand because one of the biggest times I got busted, I was 20 something, and I had a couple of packs. A couple of packs back then was a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And I was taking it to a local dispensary, and I got popped and shit. So I could say I went through some shit during the Prohibition era.
Did you use you being a vendor to your advantage? Did you have them call the store and
Negative.
Okay, see, what you should do is you should have them call the store and say, this fool is a vendor and he's bringing this to our store. And if you
the thing is, I had a scale on me.
I know how it goes.
I had the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? It was in court, like it was in a quarter-pound bag, supposed to me just having 2 packs. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but back in the Bay, if you would call a store, they would kind of give you the, all right, go ahead. As long as the store would confirm that you're actually a vendor there, which is amazing if you think about that. Think about that real quick.
When did you start making music, my brother?
Shit. Down ass.
When did you start freestyling? Because I'm sure that's how it starts for all of us.
Yeah. Down ass fool in Arizona named Wicked Wizard, bro. And I want to up the ante. I got 10 G's if someone could find me a real Wicked Wizard from Arizona. Yeah, I know he's out there still.
10 G's, huh? How old is he?
10 G's for him, for Wicked Wizard.
What about the sources ass?
But whoever finds him will take a commission off that.
I like that.
But I want to pay him $10,000 just say thank you because I was never even really thinking about rapping. I don't even think I would ever rap if it wasn't for him. But he found me at like a continuation school called Compadre out there in Arizona, and he just was like, "Yo, you ever rap?" I'm like, "Nah." He was like, "You look like you could be a rapper." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and he was just really hustling me at the time. He sold me a karaoke machine for like $250, and
I like that shit.
Pretty much like he showed me how you could just take a beat on there, put it in thing, press record,
boom, boom,
and just record it and then hear it back. And so for me at the time, it was like the biggest thing. I told you I was already getting money when I was in Arizona and shit, so I just bought it from him. And
yeah, I was like,
you know, tried freestyling, recording in my garage like 120 degrees and shit, and go back in the AC and listen to it and be all fired up and show the homies like, man, look what I just did. And we'd be rapping over all kind of weird instrumentals and shit. But that's how I started. So probably like when I was around 16, 17, I started playing with it. First album came out 2006 though, 2005.
I discovered you. I've been shooting music videos since maybe 2009. I don't really shoot music videos anymore, but I was heavy in it for a long time, and I discovered you through the Razor.
Shout out to the Razor.
What's up with the Razor? When's the last time you spoke to that fine gentleman?
I haven't talked to the Razor in a while.
Your guys' relationship is cool, though?
Yeah, I love that dude. I got him in a bunch of trouble. We shot a video with this girl named Kelly Devine in St. Louis. And everyone from that video shoot got divorced. We don't know why. No one even did anything in that video shoot. We just were there, and the model went crazy on camera. And, he got, I think everyone got in big trouble because of that.
I want to say it was like a video of you in a church. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, a car full of killers.
Hey, dog. That fool Razor is a bad motherfucker. He was ahead of his time, dog.
He used to edit. Man, bro, listen. I had Razor sitting in my house with a little blanket over him right there with some little snacks. I'm like, bro, you leave when that shit's done. I used to sit there and edit in real time with people, and he was just cold one day editing, and he killed it, bro. And he would be that kind of guy that'd be down for the extra buck just to work until it was done.
I'm not mad at that.
And I love that shit. Like, we go shoot something, then we go somewhere and we edit it, and we'd pop it off. And yeah, he was a really good dude, man. Shout out to Razor.
Did you ever go on the Smokers Club tour? The original one? The first one? Did you go to the one in LA?
Yeah.
That was the first time I've seen you in person, because I don't want to say I was there with Nip, because that would be cat, but Nip had his own special room over there.
Yeah, he snuck in that bitch.
Yeah. But I was around you, Alchemist, DJ Lime Green. If you know who that is, that's who I pulled up with. I pulled up with DJ Lime Green. Who else was there? Currency. It was a star-studded event, and that was my first exposure to you in person.
Shout out to my brother Lulu. He was in the back, kind of holding that shit down when I pulled up.
Facts.
You gotta talk to Lulu. I met Lulu. That's my brother for life right there. And I remember Nip snuck in with a hoodie on. They want to let him perform. They were hating on him back then because some politics in LA, whatever they were worried about. But that boy pulled up like a real one and killed that shit.
He did kill that shit.
Yeah.
Alchemist told me some crazy story about Tar, and I don't know what it was on, but Evidence was there. Yeah. That was a star-studded event. Diamond Supply was in full swing.
Full effect. Yeah, I remember that.
Shout out to Nicky Diamonds, baby.
That shit was like it was yesterday. I remember that shit pulling up to the back, and it was crazy energy back to LA. It was lit, bro.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Around a long time. Look at you now, baby.
Shit, grew up.
What you got for him back there about his early days of rap, sir?
You think Cookies would have transpired had you not started rapping?
Never. Nah, I mean, because at the end of the day, music was the introduction to a lot of the people that made it pop. Whether it be like people I was selling herb to, or whether it be the music video or I wore Chris Brown and Big Crit and Wiz, or whether it be like just it being my megaphone in my commercial. I'm hella shadow banned right now. My Instagram gets no play. I just posted something, got like 500 likes or something. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
You're getting bipped on IG.
Yeah, I get bipped, but the music is the way to kind of break through everything. Like social media, at least the music hits and it actually resonates with people. So a big part of it.
One of my favorite songs from you was Wax Room with Nipsey. How did that song come about?
Rest in peace, Nipsey, man. I made this song, like, I'm really weird. Like, if you told me right now, this person's down to do a song right now, right? And I'm better off if I just make a song. I'm like, this would be dope if I put this person on it. Because I'm not really pressured to like, this person's, oh my God, Nas is going to get a song. Like the song I have with Nas. All right, if you told me I was going to do a song with Nas, I would never be able to write that verse.
You probably overthink the shit.
Forever. But I'll go lay something down and be like, who would sound good on this? I'm like, cool. So when I had that song, I'm like, man, who should I put on this? Who would be random? I'm like, a song called Wax Room, but the beat just says Nipsey Hussle all over it. So I called Nipsey. And Nipsey's actually, rest in peace to my brother, man, because he was one of the only rappers that actually gave me flowers as a rapper. Other rappers just think I'm a weed guy, whatever. He was like, bro, you're dope. He's like, put your shit. And so I called him. He's like, pull up to the studio downtown LA or wherever he was at. And I pulled up and it was crazy, bro. It was a room full of him and a bunch of people. I pulled up solo in an Uber and played the record. He bodied it right there in front of me like a real one would. And when it came time to shoot the video, he didn't show up, bro. And I was blowing his phone up. He didn't show up. I said, you know what? I'm not going to call him too much because either he just don't want to it or he's busy. And I'm like, not the kind of guy that's going to ride someone too long. So he called me 3 days later. He's like, bro, I was dealing with some real shit that day. I'm not going to get into details, but I know I missed your video shoot. Put me with your camera guy right now. I'm gonna bang it out. And the next day or two, I'll send you the footage, and he did it, bro. And then I was like,
That's solid as
bro, that's the realest ever, bro. Because there's been rappers that are alive right now that have promised to do things and couldn't find the time or just didn't do it when it come to videos that we really needed. And Nip,
I wonder how much they regret that now.
yeah, bro. You know, they probably don't because they're probably full of themselves. But Nip was a real one, bro, and he was down to come do that shit, and he did that shit and he delivered it, and I'm so glad he did because that's a classic record, bro. And like, yeah, he was a real down there dude.
Do you remember where you were when you heard of his passing?
What he wore?
When you heard of his passing?
Where I was?
Yeah.
Man, what the f was I at, bro? I don't remember where I was. I just remember it hit home way different, bro. Like damn, like the fact that he got at his own spot like that, you know what I mean? Like, and where he was like putting on for that neighborhood so hard, bro, and for his, he wore that shit on his back.
Literally.
And it really just kind of made me realize, like, man, you can never please people at home, man. Like, you can try as hard as you want, but there's always going to be someone sour about something. And you got to just move as mean as you can. And all that stubborn shit about not having security with you is kind of out the window at this point. Now, I sometimes, bro, people see me at restaurants or grocery shopping or with my kids, and I just pray that I'm good. But as much as I can, I try to move accordingly. And that really woke my game up because that was my brother, and that shit was real as fuck. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the haters?
Man, honestly, bro, I just ignore it, bro, because I think about there's some weird high guy shit. I'm gonna hit the weed as I say, because I'm probably gonna sound dumb as hell. But you know, I've been doing music, and I've been popular since I was a kid. I was popular in high school. I was popular in middle school. I had bitches when I was young. I just always was a popular kid.
I feel it.
So I was used to hate. But 3 things. My first answer to how to deal with haters. I survived a forum called the Bay Area Rap Talk back in the days. It was the most cutthroat, crucial forum in the world.
Just net bangers or what?
Bro, these net bangers, dog, were on a different level. They took my album covers and put those in my hand. These motherfuckers took my albums, dog. Check this out, homie. They took my albums and took all my verses off my own albums and just made albums with features only, with the beats playing only. I got ridiculed on this site, but I learned how to overcome it, and that's by staying down, staying consistent, and never giving up. And by the end of the day, when I was done with that form and I started graduating in life, they were all right there with me, and they saw me build. They saw me never give up. So I figured, look, you let that shit eat you up, that's what's gonna happen. If you just keep pushing, you can actually turn some of those minds. The second thing is, I think about back like in 1902, if you had a problem with somebody, you had to get a boat and go pull up on them. You have to go actually in all the years I've been hated on, I say this with the most humble way possible. Like, people aren't pulling up on me with that kind of energy because I don't do weird things to people. I don't hurt people. I don't play people. I don't rob people. I'm not a bad person, so I don't carry that kind of energy. So if something happens to me, bro, then it's in you versus hands. But if someone's gonna say something online, that's easy. You're in your house feeling a certain type of way. God knows what you went through today. You're seeing my life on the internet. The internet has created so much free speech and so much hate for no reason. So I don't really pay attention to this shit. Like I told you earlier, if you're not getting hated on, you're not popping. And I guess the third thing is just, I was just dying from cancer, bro, right? And I seen a couple of people try to say, oh, that wasn't true, this and that, which is the most disgusting shit ever because it was very true, right? And when you get a second shot at life, you kind of really understand what's real and what's not. And to me, the only opinions that matter is my kids and my families, and that's it.
Absolutely.
I don't those things. As long as I'm righteous, as long as I'm solid, I'm honest, I don't play nobody, I keep trying to help bring people up, uplift people, I can sleep good at night. So anyone that's hating on that.
I feel
How do you deal with the stress of when you found out you had cancer? I mean, I'm sure that must have been really frustrating. Not frustrating, but it's real stressful.
Man, it was probably the hardest thing I've ever been through. But like, I'm actually like, and I say this like it sounds hella weird, I'm actually really glad it happened because I'm in a business that's extremely stressful. Like, running cookies is not easy. You know, running Vibes papers and running the clothing side of my business and, you know, the music, all that shit's not easy. It used to eat me up inside. But cancer, when I found out I had cancer, I had to fight that shit as hard as I could. It killed my mom, right?
Rest in peace.
And I was my mom's nurse, so I was very familiar with the chemo and shit like that. And I saw myself being her in that situation, and shit ate me up mentally. But once I got through with it, you know, I just realized, like, yo, now that I'm through this hurdle, any other problem that comes in life should not be that hard. Whether it be business stress or stress in relationships or stress with friends, like, you just know it's going to be temporary. And so when I got cancer, I just kind of took the same spirit my mom had and put it in the universe's hands. She didn't make it. I did. I feel like she was my angel. And I feel like at the end of the day, just being strong and just being positive and just having hope and having faith is what got me through it. So I just try to stay as positive as I could. And I was very open. I was very open about it on the internet and all my interviews and on Instagram. Right when I got out of surgery, I did this and said hello. I think everyone watching and fighting with me helped me a lot.
I believe it.
You see some fools go quiet when they get that shit, and it's sad, bro. It's like, I'd rather have people know what I'm going through so, I can feel that love, and that shit really helped me a lot, bro.
What type of cancer did you have?
Colon cancer.
To be honest, I would never usually admit this in any other scenario, but since you said that, I'm going to go get a colonoscopy in a couple of weeks.
Everyone in their 30s right now should definitely get it because we grew up in the era of like fast food.
Supersize me.
Of like fast food restaurants, of like processed foods, and we grew up in the era where food was business instead of just being food. And they're saying right now, bro, when I go sit down at UCSF, because I go sit down with doctors and stuff and try to figure out how I could help, especially our community, right? The blacks and the browns.
Fire.
And they're saying that Latinos, especially in the Central Valley, are the highest colon cancer rates right now. And in Mexico, one of the number one killers of everything is colon cancer. It's because of red meats, processed meats, and sugars. And so I feel like everyone in their 30s should get a colonoscopy, because the one thing I'll educate you guys on colon cancer is if you catch it early, it's the easiest cancer to catch and to beat. Right? Like, if you find it early, they'll take out part of your colon, they'll sew it back together, and you'll be on your shit for the rest of your life, right? But if you let it linger, it will bust through the colon wall, then it gets to your lungs, your brain, your liver, and your kidneys, and right, it gets in your blood. So.
How did you come to the realization that you needed to get your shit checked?
Bro, honestly, I say this all the time. It was like a miracle. I have no clue. I was sitting at the house. I was like, damn, fool, I got a sick ass view. I got my family, I got my dogs. I'm winning in life. What am I missing right now? What am I not thinking about? Because you watch Narcos sometimes, like, what are these guys? They're not catching this shit. They're building, but then they're missing something that's what takes them down. So I'm sitting there thinking it was maybe like it's on my circle of there's something going on. Am I not secure enough? I'm like, I should probably get a doctor. I should probably get a private doctor and get myself checked up, because I was worried about just everything at that day. And I got a private doctor. He was the only one in the USA, and I think still is the only one in the USA giving this test out on a normal basis to all his clients. And they found it. And I think I was actually the first person publicly to actually get results from the test that were positive and actually move fast enough to actually cure it and be in remission. So it's a big deal. They've done articles about it in the medical community and shit like that. So I'm an experimental fool, not just a Forbes fool. I'm an experimental fool. And
the richest fool, the Forbes fool, and an experimental test tube ass fool.
Baby science ass fool. But, I feel like, bro, the world just blessed me with some kind of gut feeling to go get checked. I have no other answer for it than that.
Thank God.
Can believe ass fool.
Faithful ass fool.
Religious.
That shit tripped me out right now. Hey, honestly, when you got your colonoscopy, did you take it awake or did you go to sleep?
Shit. Well, I gotta get him. I gotta get him before now.
I ain't mad at that. So, have you taken one awake?
Nah, they won't let me.
Why?
They say you're not gonna see that. But one of my homies, though, man, woke up there. Oh, he said he woke up during one. He screamed. He was like, ah!
Why?
Put his ass back down. Because, man, shit, they gotta go. That shit's shady, man. They gotta go up there with a camera and all that.
Cold fact, I'm gonna take it awake.
You gonna take it away?
Yeah, because I'm scared of dying under amnesia. Whatever you call it.
Die, bro.
Anesthesia.
It's light anesthesia. I just did it fucking like a month ago.
They told me that they're gonna dose me for the pain. When they said that, they lost me.
No shit.
And it's not there's not going to be an anesthesiologist present because of my insurance or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I think I'll stay awake and endure the pain for this.
Okay, dude. What you gotta do?
It's my life on the line, fool. Why can't I stay? How long did it take? 20, 30 minutes, right?
It's like a cool hour.
No, it's only hours. You gotta wake back up. I think it only takes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Shout out to Berner for the fun fact, Buckaroo.
Bro, the only shady thing is like you'll be like, "Yo, is everything be good?" And they're like, "Yeah," and then you're just out. Like you pull in and you're trying to talk to them. And like, turn your side and like, "Hey, by the way," and you just boom, you're out, and then you just wake up like, and they get out fast. Crazy.
Well,
Man, mainly.
they're gonna put their hand on my shoulder, and, you know. Laughing, he thought about it deeply. He's like,
they're gonna do the American Me scene. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the way this just went right now.
Oh, dude.
It is what it is. You've had more than me, my boy. Pause.
Man, I've had 3 colonoscopies already.
Hey, you want to know it? But health is wealth. I mean, you got plenty of wealth, man. Now you got health for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Health is a new flex, dog. Like all this Gucci belt and fucking Challenger shit, and pinky ring shit, dude. Get that shit out of here, bro. You better go get that goddamn house cream.
You don't got no chains on right now. You does not have no chains on right now.
Nah, bro. I'm naked, bro.
No rollie, no nothing. Disrespectful,
Bro,
asshole.
the new flex is, bro. Health, bro. My skin is glowing.
He looked at his wrist.
Man, look, my skin is glowing and the money's flowing, baby. What else do I need?
I am not mad.
I'll be real with you. When they put it on the cover of Forbes, there's no point anymore. It is what it is. And that rich rapper list came out. I'm like, bro, what's the point, bro? I don't have to wear shit no more.
That's vicious. Talk to me about linking up with Wiz Khalifa. How did that take place?
Mr. Fab, bro. Mr. Fab hit me up one time and he said that he had Wiz in the Bay. He was like, Wiz out here in the Bay. He wants to pull up to the story, so he pulled up. And Wiz was asking about some bud. I showed him some bud. And I was like, you want to smoke? He's like, I don't smoke no blunts. I held up a big ass joint. He was like, oh yeah, for sure. We just kind of went from there.
That was it. Where's your Taylor Gang chain at?
The safety deposit box.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
What's your guys' relationship like now?
That's the homie, man. I just went on tour with him, Snoop, Warren G, Too Short. Spent the summer with him.
The light flex. Oh, just, all the legends.
Nah, but it is like, that's my brother right there, man. He's a good dude. We did a lot of music together. We had a lot of good memories together. I traveled the world with that guy. He put me on game with like entertainment business and all that shit.
Talk to me about meeting Snoop for the first time.
That's the first time I met Snoop. GGN.
Fire. He was already in Inglewood?
Yeah, was that? No, that was before Inglewood. Was that the first time I met the dog? I'll be honest with you. Ass fool. I don't know when the first time I met Snoop is, but I know what. That's my good friend right now, bro. That's my good friend. It's good. It's an actual honor to call him a friend. Call him a good friend. I got business with Snoop outside of weed or music. We have our dry food category launching Cookies by Cookies. You see, he just put out the ice cream and the cereal, and so we were on tour. I was like, dog, put the cookies out in Walmart, dog. He looked at me. I was like, Cookies by Cookies. And then, a few days later, he said, bro, them dudes flying in, go ahead and put the pitch together. We don't break bread like this. We partners, shook hands, and boom. This shit's emotion, like motion. So that's my brother, man. I don't remember the first time I met him, but I remember the first time I actually got a chance to really vibe with him, and that was a great time, for sure.
Talk to me about one crazy story you got with Wiz, being out and about. I don't give a where you were, actually. Just tell me one wild story. One wild one.
Man.
Doesn't gotta be one that's up people's lives and shit, but just one wild one.
Nah, this is a good one. I don't even know if it's even ever been told, but I shot a video called Certified Freak back in the days. It was an X-rated video. It was a big party. It was downtown LA. Wiz Khalifa, Juicy J, Chevy Woods. It was insane. Baby's Comeback pulled up back in the days. He was popped in and said, what up to Hella Fools? It was a place to be. It was just a wild scene. It was a bunch of influencers, a bunch of artists. It was a crazy party, and it's just so much energy in that building, right? Like, it was a lot of energy in that building. And
fire.
When he left, I think he was so fired up from the night. He pulled off in this beautiful old school blue car. I don't even know what it is. I don't know shit about cars, but it was a beautiful old school. And he pulled off, and he did something that made the shit kind of go out of control, and he smashed into Stingy's car. My assistant Stingy.
I know who Stingy is. That was hilarious too.
And then his car smashed into some chick's car, and we're like, oh my God, we just crashed in front of the video shoot. We walked out. Stingy's car is total, bud. Total. Done. I was like, oh shit. And it was like, whose car is that? I'm like, it's Stingy's. And then all of a sudden the security guard came and grabbed Wiz. He's like, come on, bro. Grabbed him, put him in the car. This boy took some rag out of his fucking pocket, wiped down the car, the steering wheel, the handle. Oh shit. And they just did, fool.
That's fire.
They did, fool. And they left the old school there. Stingy's car was total. And it's funny because years later, Wiz told me, he He said, man, what's up with Stingy, man? He ain't never thanked me for buying him a new car. I said, bro, you never bought him a new car. I was like, oh, shit, I'm like, yeah, bro, you're bad. That was just a funny story to me, bro, because we used to be in his own world. He
didn't run, ass fool.
He didn't run, ass fool. He meant to buy him a new whip. He just forgot, man.
The security guard kept the bread.
Yeah, nah. Because we're all brothers. We're all brothers, man. He loves Stingy, but we just forgot. He just forgot. So.
He said, hey, Bern, that motherfucker thanked me for that new whip. You said, hey, fool, you never bought him that shit, motherfucker.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. Like, that was a wild night because when it happened, it was like a party going on inside, and it was like, we're like, what happened? Oh shit, we was just crashing. Man, it was crazy. That's crazy time with us.
That's the bad shit. That fool said he wiped down everything and dipped.
Whatever that security guard was right there is a real one. Fool.
That's fire.
That fool put in some work back in the days, whatever that fool was.
Go ahead.
Tell me what was the major success behind Cookies? Like, what was the key factor?
Honestly, just being hands-on and documenting everything. Like, back in the days, I get a news trend and go bring it to people and document it. I built an identity around it. So when it started hitting people's hands, you saw the logo, you saw the colorway, you saw the identity of it.
You mean like branding, right?
Yeah, and there was a face behind it. I think every major like successful company, look at Apple with Steve Jobs, look at Tesla with Elon, look at shit like that, right? And so I feel like, this is just my opinion, I feel like the weed being exotic, new and good and different, I feel like the marketing and the makeup phone for the music, I feel like the actual branding and identity of it and actually having a down-ass fool in the background, that's actually the person that puts all this together. It creates a beautiful brand and a good story that people can actually resonate and relate to. And it's all documented. So I'm not some like industry plant that just popped up like, boom, I got this biggest weed, you know what I mean? Nah, I built that shit from the ground up and people watch me do that shit.
Talk to me about, I know you said it in the tour, but not everyone's going to watch the tour, I don't think. How did you start it?
The Cookies?
Yes.
Well, it was like, it was really just kind of like my boy Jigga was kind of my boy. He was growing OG Kush back in the days. He had the best Kush in the city, small batch grow shit, and he was doing breeding at the same time. So the first thing I seen from him was Cherry Kush. If you go look at the video, it's with me, Sean Paul from the Youngbloods, San Quinn. And I was wearing a t-shirt that said Cherry Kush on it because I was so fired up on the actual access to exclusive weed that no one else had. And when you sell, but you know how valuable that is.
Of course.
So I was just trying to prove to Jigga that, like, look, bro, when you got work, just bring it to me because I'm going to put it on like this. I'm going to put this shit on the video that gets X amount of views. And we thought Cherry Kush was going to be the one. It popped a little bit. Cherry Pie came out. It really, really popped. But before I could actually start making branding and shit like that for Cherry Pie, Cookies came around. And when Cookies came around, the name was so solid and so good. And the response to it was so good. And it was just people were it hit like wildfire, and so I just came with the branding, and then boom.
Yeah, the Girl Scout cookies is pretty legendary. You know what I'm saying?
I remember going down to LA with that shit, bro. Before
it was a thing.
Yeah, before I even knew what it was, before it even got popping. I remember going to that one store on Sunset Boulevard. It's like a little baby house, and I go in there with my backpack, and I go pitch him trying to buy a half-pound, quarter pound. He wasn't really into it because it wasn't OG. But bro, you just leave this little bag when you try it and tell me what you think. I remember him made me back like, yo, we want everything we can get. That was like 3 months after that. So
amazing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the weed game in 2023?
It's very turbulent. The weed game is turbulent. A lot of people got in. It's oversaturated. A lot of people got in for the wrong reasons. When the PPE money came, a lot of people started buying hella weed. So people thought that there was going to be this big demand. And people overbuilt their grows and shit like that. And so I feel like right now it's very cutthroat. It's a weird time in the industry. Everyone's suing everybody for no reason. Everyone's trying to be the biggest brand. Everyone's trying to fight each other for power and clout. And the way I look at it is like, we've been here for 20 years and we ain't going nowhere. I'm not worried about being the biggest. I just want to be the best. I want to be the smartest. I want to just do what I set out to do. And I feel like after this year, one more year, this kind of state of the weed business, it's going to thin itself out a lot.
Of course.
People are, man, this shit. I'm going to go back to doing this or that or this or that. So all the big real estate dudes, the big money guys that kind of got in, some of the guys that just kind of the game in general, all those guys will eventually kind of hopefully weave out.
I feel that.
That's what I hope. But the weed game.
We're in Croptober right now, right? So that means all the indoor foods are.
Nah, indoor foods are gonna have some. Everyone's.
Yeah.
2023. There's so much goddamn weed everywhere. It doesn't even matter. You can get you know what I mean? But that's why we keep trying to make it fun and have it interesting to keep it alive.
I feel it. What's the highest you've ever been that you could recall?
Probably in a room full of Wiz and Juicy J. Both me and Juicy we took some bong hits with Wiz and he went to go take a nap afterwards, and me and him sat there in Wiz's living room. We both had dual panic attacks.
Earlier when we were, I don't know if we were even doing the tour yet, you asked me if I smoked. Oh no, I think we were in this room. You asked me, do you smoke? And I said, I might smoke with you since it's you. And I told you I'm probably going to have a panic attack. You said, that's regular.
We stay having panic attacks around this bitch. You gotta
weather the storm.
You gotta breathe through that motherfucker real quick, man. You gotta just keep pushing through that
Have
shit.
you ever had an anxiety attack on camera and just kept going?
Hell yeah.
Fire.
I've had a panic attack on stage and all kind of shit. Well,
that's awesome.
Bro, I'm also a normal fool. I'm a regular fool.
A realistic fool.
I'm a realistic fool. So, shit. I get nervous too, dog. Shit.
That's sick. Yeah, I had a panic attack on my way over here too. I was like, I'm going to have to get Berner. I had a panic attack about having a panic attack smoking with your ass.
Boy, as soon as you want to smoke, you let me know.
I'm not trying to smoke on camera right now, my boy. Let me get through this first.
Got some sick ass hash for you.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna smoke that right now. Ruin my life.
Hey, talk to me about shutting down NYC.
Yeah, NYC was big, man. Like East Coast. The first time I really knew how much love I had on the East Coast is when I dropped the Gotti album. We did like a meet and greet thing at this pizza place.
Fire,
bro. New York came out like I've never seen or experienced, and that was right before I started chemo. So I just had the cancer surgery, and took 2 months to get myself better, and then dropped the album and had the album released. I was about to start chemotherapy, and I remember doing that New York shit. It made me feel alive. That shit makes me want to go move to New York, just even thinking about it. But when we opened up Cookies New York, we all grew up seeing the Thanksgiving Day parade. You know what I'm saying? You've seen that shit on TV, right? Yeah, that's where we're right across the street from that.
Fire.
So to have that 5-story building in Herald Square, New York City, where there's no billboards, and all you see is that big ass fucking blue building. It's like the biggest flex ever. That's big dog food right there. Like that shit right there is hard, bro. Because I'm
King of New York food.
I'm talking, man. Nah. Because everyone says that King of New York. Nah. There's low key mafia food. that shit's big, bro.
Italian ass food.
That's the Italian food. I mean, if you think about having that building right there in Herald Square, it's huge, bro.
That's crazy as fuck.
Regular, dog.
And it's not no incognito building. It's a big ass Cookies.
Bro, someone sent me a clip of some guy in MSNBC the other day. He's just pulled over his news cast where there's Cookies in the back. I'm like, damn.
Is this your new that you personally do? This is yours? Yeah.
Cash Talk's a network I want to build.
How come you didn't call it Cookies something?
Because that's easy. I like challenges, dog. I could have called these papers Vibe. I could have called these Cookies, but I called them Vibes.
Cookie sheets.
Yeah, but Vibes.
Did you come up with that idea yet? Did you think of that Cookie sheets, dog?
Nah.
That would have been too fucking easy.
I like challenges, dog. I like challenges. But Vibes just partnered with Big Ladder. Innovative food.
Baller ass food. I don't like that shit, G. You seen that scene in Belly with the banana?
Yeah, of course.
I don't like that shit, G.
But that's the biggest compliment to a creative. This was the harder way. I could have called these cookie papers and had the easy way out. But doing Vibes, right? By calling it Vibes and having to build it from the ground up. And after 5 years, finally partnering with someone like Bic. Bic has 90% market share around the world. So do the math. What's going to happen with that?
They don't throw things like that.
that was just one of my haters, man. I had to pop my feet, man. One of my biggest haters, man. Somewhere in the cuts, feeling a little depressed, right? You know what I mean?
Oh,
man. Shout out to Big, man.
It is what it is.
Shout out to Big, man. Me, stay warm, man.
What's your favorite non-cookie strain, if you're willing to do that?
Oh, I'm always wanting to do it. Skittles.
Huh. Who makes that shit?
The homies up north. Shout out to my boy Fields, my boy Tony Bendo. Skills is one of my favorites, but there's so much more, man. I mean, I don't know, dude. I like a lot of shit. I got a lot of varieties.
I mean, you said Skittles, so that's the one.
That's the one right there.
That's the one you just dropped.
That's
So
the one right there.
hope they shoot you a little care package or some stupid shit like that.
QP me.
Ha ha! Little QP never heard nobody. Little 4-shot.
Little envelope.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the documentary you're gonna do on bipping.
It's actually a movie, not a documentary.
Oh, Spain, Sean.
Yeah.
The fast foods.
Yeah, I partnered with the homies, 4 Ways Entertainment. Gold Toes connected the dots. Shout out to my brother Gold Toes. He connected this dot.
Yeah, Alex and Davey. Shout out to 4 Ways, baby. We see
So,
you. Food community sees you.
You know, it's actual scripted movie, a feature film. They're really talented. Their cinematography.
No, they're amazing. They're amazing.
Davey knows how to write, so I wrote it with him. And we're just gonna kind of bring the Bay Area crime shit to life because if you think about it, there's always movies about Boston, Chicago, New York, LA, all these different things, but you haven't really seen no crime films out the Bay yet.
You haven't, and this probably is going to be pretty crazy.
It's gonna be good. It's real too. It's what's happening. Don't leave shit in your car.
No, I know. We were going to get a rental, and one of my boys from No Jumper, my boy Jason, he lives out here, and he was like, "You're going to get a rental? Dude, you're going to get bipped." I told this fool, like, I want to sightsee a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "We're going to get an Uber. We're not going to get a rental. We're going to get bipped."
Yeah, don't bro. Everyone gets bipped.
I was like, "We're going to be a cookies factory. We're not going to get bipped."
Oh no, you wouldn't get bipped here. You would get bipped when you go try to get some food and shit.
Oh no, I wouldn't make the mistake.
And bro, they'd be bipping while you in the whip too. You'd be driving at a stoplight. They see any bags, they go psst, psst.
No.
What?
Fire.
That's crazy.
That would probably be a mistake. Well, if I wouldn't have flown here, that would have been a huge mistake.
Someone cut, no.
Nah, you can still get cut when I take a flight. I'm talking about, you know.
Ooh. Plaka, plaka.
I don't know what you're talking about, dog. I've never even heard that sound in my life. Who do you think is the future of the Bay as far as Latino artists are concerned, my friend? You like that stupid shit?
Nah, I like that shit. I think that right now,
Latino artists, Bay Area,
right now.
future.
Me later on.
Even right now.
Now my boy Snack Sensei goes crazy, man.
Who?
Snack Sensei. Yeah.
He Grando. He does like the food content. He's dope. I seen this kid G Manny come out. I did a verse for him back in the 80s. He's pretty dope. There's a lot of people in the Bay, man, doing their thing, especially Latinos who just need a bigger platform. And I have to figure out a way to do it. But Goto's been doing a good job bringing that shit to life.
Goto's definitely puts on a lot.
Bro, a lot. I mean, that's the platform.
When's he gonna sign you?
Man, Goto's had me in my early days, man. He had a couple of good projects.
Well, it's safe to say he didn't. Otherwise, he wouldn't be lounging around with his stinky shoes off and shit.
I wouldn't have made that full lunch.
Ha! Facts. Even more than having him around, you wouldn't have cooked from.
Yeah, nah. This is my day out from cooking. But Toes came. I said, you know what? At least let me prepare something for the big homie, man. You know what I mean?
I wish you would have saved me some of. You heard me on the phone, ask for some. You didn't give a f.
But that shit wouldn't have held up well. When you
Disrespectful
when you come back, you bring your food review show. I'll make you chicken parmesan and fettuccine.
I know I don't gotta pull up with shit. I just gotta pull up.
Just pull up, dog. You straight.
That's amazing.
One-stop shop.
How did he lock in with Gold Toes?
Yeah.
Actually, no one's ever heard this story.
Shoot
It's a
it.
good one. My little brother was I used to work bartend at this place called Jellies, and my little brother was there. And he's like, yo, this dude's hella staring at me, man. It's that dude Gold Toes music and shit. I'm like, fuck, because I grew up listening to 17 Reasons, all this shit like that, right? I'm like, Gold Toes is just staring at you? He's like, yeah. Like, maybe he thinks I'm you or something. I'm like, I don't know. And then he hit me later. He's like, bro, he wanted me to have you connect with him and this and that. And I told him I was your brother. I'm like, okay. And so, I went and told a couple people, yo, Gold Toes, like, oh man, fuck, dude, Gold Toes, he's the boss out here, bro. People are like, damn.
Is he really?
No, yeah, he's one of the ones out here.
Check this out, bro.
Be honest. Don't get Julio. You back there, Buckaroo?
Look, Gold Toes one of them ones in a very respected way. And I remember the only time I seen him before he wanted to reach out to me, he came to a studio. He popped in hella deep with his Latin band. Fools came in. Gold Toes here. Everyone got to leave. I'm like, what? In here trying to figure something out. Everyone had a dip, so I'm like, damn. So he hit me up and he was like, bro, I believe in you. I want to do some shit with you. Every Sunday, I'm going to pick you up at this time. I'm going to go to Redwood City and record. I'm like, all right. And it was like fucking goddamn recording school. He would pick me up. He would take me to city. We'd rap. He kind of got me in my zone. I was doing music, don't get it wrong. Like, I already had albums out, but he kind of brought a different side of me out.
No, yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Kind of like actually showed me like, man, like people actually really believe in what I'm doing and shit. So we linked up organically. We built a lot. We made a lot of money together. And we still make a lot of bread together.
Just wondering how he got them damn chains.
Yeah, man. Me and Gold Toes made a lot of bread together, dog. Like, he's really good at just connecting dots on business, features, shit like that, shows.
That's very dope. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had a hand in this happening.
Yeah, he called me and said we were going to do it. I said, fuck, bring him here.
That's what that is.
Earlier, Icon had asked if there's any Latino artist in SoCal who you could see being the potential future. I mean, in NorCal. Do you feel like there's anybody out there in SoCal?
Hell yeah. I think there's a lot of dope ass artists in SoCal, especially Latinos. And I feel like, you know, it's just a matter of time until people just start coming together on music shit. I think that it's fair to say that everyone's really just understanding that we're all just the same thing, right? We're all Latinos and shit. And I think that I've seen a lot of Bay to LA unity lately, and I love it. I love everything about it. And so I'm hoping soon, especially while I'm still rapping, that people come together on some music shit. I've definitely collaborated, you know, back and forth too.
I think me and you should make a song, call it the Twins.
Let's fucking do it, dude. I'm down.
We'll do it before the food show, fool. Don't you?
Yeah, for sure. But I see a lot of talent in SoCal too. A lot of talent. As a matter of fact, I just acted in an independent film. That's right, fool. Acting fool. No LG.
Did you see our interview with Noel G?
But that's my homie for real. I love that guy. And every time I got on Instagram when I was sick, he'd be sending me love, bro.
Yeah.
And that shit helped me out a lot.
He's a cool.
Like I was doing chemotherapy, and I look at my Instagram, and he sent me really, really lengthy, like positive messages. I'm like, oh, this dude, man, like for real. But I acted in this independent film. I'm actually doing the soundtrack, and it's all Latino actors.
What's it called?
Actresses. Low End Theory.
Fire.
It's written by Latinos, and just it's a cool story. And so, the point of the story is I'm doing the soundtrack for it. So I'm looking for talent for both in SoCal and NorCal. Just I want to be predominantly Latino.
Any
soundtrack, you mean like you're A&Ring it?
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you A&R something for That Mexican Tea, correct?
I'm about to, yeah.
Fire.
We talked about it, and it was supposed to happen. And after the Bootleg Cab interview, they reached out, and I'm about to be around him pretty soon. And my goal is to sit down with him and actually kind of like help him pick some beats and some concept. I feel like there's a whole different sound inside of him that could, you know, just be
unleashed.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 Latin artists all time.
Shit.
Read them in Wheat, Buckaroo. Read them in
All right, that's tough. All right, let me think.
Make sure you include someone from down south, dog. Otherwise, they're going to start set tripping.
Fools are definitely going to set you. I mean, this is a political question, dog. This is semi-setup, fool.
It's definitely not, fool.
I mean, I have to recognize the people that have been putting it down. I mean, Kid Frost is probably one of the best legendary dudes.
Of course, shout out to Kid Frost.
Shout out to Kid Frost. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary. East LA ass fool.
Shout out to Lighter Shade of Brown.
Shout out to ODM. Rest in peace to Bobby.
All right. Shout out to one of my favorite guys who's from up here. He's under Gold Toes umbrella, Jimmy Roses.
I'm not sure who that is. Is that Foo Fire?
He was fired. He's not really doing music like that anymore. But you know, man, he was dope. One of my favorite artists, I actually just spoke to him today, was Louis Lowe from out here, from the Bay Area. He was under Gold Toes umbrella too.
Fire. And
I feel like not a lot of people gave this guy his flowers, but Mr. Key, man, Mr. Key was dope, dude, back in the days. You know, I'm probably sure I probably missed a bunch of people. I'm high. This was a question I wish we would have asked in the beginning. I'm blaming it on the weed, but I feel like
because I got high.
I feel like Lighter Shade of Brown had momentum. I remember at the same time Lighter Shade of Brown and MC Magic being either working there or just popping alongside of each other. But if I had to pick a 6th person, I gotta shout out that guy because he used to be at the flea markets making tapes for
facts.
And that fool.
Swap meet fool.
Yeah, swap meet fool.
The original swap meet fool. I should have told his little ass that.
That fool would make a song for you right there on the spot. You tell him 10 things, he make a song. I thought that was the dopest shit ever. So
did you see him do a backflip?
No.
He did a backflip on the food community.
He did?
That shit was amazing.
But see, then you got Baby Bash. There's so many people it's all trying to come to me now. Baby Bash.
And can you go ahead and tell the people that Baby Bash is not from Texas. He's from up here.
Nah, Baby Bash is from Vallejo, dog. 707, say it backwards.
There you go.
Baby
707, say it backwards.
Baby Bash
It's 323, fool, say it backwards.
Yeah, for sure. 707, say it backwards, dog. Put your chest out. Nah, Baby Bash is probably the most successful Latino artist out of the Bay Area by far. He's still performing, selling on shows.
Facts.
He's the only one with platinum records, right? Like,
he's definitely got some very huge.
Baby Bash, my bad, brother. I was high. You should have been in that top 5 for sure, for sure.
How the f*** do you make it to Forbes? How do you make I mean, obviously you're a baller ass fool, but how do you make it to the cover? Like, is that something that could be purchased? I'm not saying you did that, but I've heard rumors that like, oh, once you're rich as you just holler at the editor if you know him, maybe slide him like.
Bro,
I don't think that happened that way for you. I'm just saying.
I say this humbly. Try it. But hear me out though. If you can pay for the cover of Forbes, try it. Because when I was on the cover of Forbes, a bunch of people that's richer than me, more successful than me, have more influence and pull than me, were jealous of me. Right? And it's the biggest honor as a businessman to be on the cover of Forbes, and you cannot pay for that. I see what you're talking about, and what I think what that paper means is you can pay to have an article made about you. Maybe you can be on the front page, not the cover.
Not the cover, baby.
You cannot pay for the cover of Forbes. People worked their whole life to be on the cover of Forbes.
Perfect.
I'm a net banger too, fool.
That's right.
Sure.
He has a Berner account.
Hey, you better believe it. Hey, you better believe I got a Berner account. But I saw that and I smiled because I'm like, well, that's the case.
How come everyone else? Yeah.
Right? Like,
what's the process? Do they call you like, hey, Mr. Such and Such?
I'm going to tell you what the process is. You talk about panic attack. Let's talk about anxiety. I get a call on in Montana. It's right after Montana. I'm out there sitting at my lake house. They're like, look.
Fire, by the way.
Thank you. They're like, there's an opportunity for you to be possibly on the cover of Forbes magazine. They want to take a photo with you and they want to interview you. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And they're like, yeah. I said, what the fuck this coming about? They said, well, they're doing a story on. I feel like you're the most reputable, biggest name in weed right now.
Easy peasy.
I said, okay. There's only one problem. I'm in Montana, and I honestly just got over cancer. I don't want to leave here. I want to enjoy my house for the summer for the first time, and I really want to just soak this shit up right now with my family. So tell them I really appreciate it, but I'm good. And they called me back, and she was like, look, the photographers want to fly out on Monday, and the writers want to fly out on Wednesday. And the writer wants to spend all day with you.
Easy.
I said, okay, and so I'm going to be on the cover. Because I didn't want to risk my family time. You know what I'm saying? I miss feeling healthy and around my family on the lake. And they're like, there's no guarantee, but it's a good shot. I'm like, okay, so they flew out. First of all, I had no outfits. I'm in Montana mode. So I had Sinji get on the plane with a jacket. And when I took that cover, I'm wearing that jacket, but I had basketball shorts on. I couldn't get the fit together.
But no, facts are facts. Yeah, just like this. Like right now, they don't know that you're wearing your pajamas underneath.
I'm wearing PJs right now. So I was sitting there like this, boom, took the picture. Then I did an interview with the dude. I made him breakfast. We sat down at the lake. Down ass fool. Smoked 2 joints with him. Interview for like about 5 hours, dog.
Toast that fool. Bribe that fool.
And mind you, I'm staying in a small town in Montana. These fools had to get on a plane and drive an hour to come see me. So, with all that being said, we do that. And we have to wait for weeks. And the day before, they tell you whether you made the cover or not.
I don't like that stupid ass shit.
So I had no clue whether it was going to hit or not. And the day before, they told me I was going to make the cover. In the morning, I had to wait like a regular fool to see the cover. They wouldn't send me nothing. I couldn't see nothing. I didn't know what I looked like. The morning of when they announced that shit, I got to see it on the internet along with everyone else. So you cannot buy the cover of Forbes magazine. If that was the case, all the businessmen out there would be doing it.
Facts.
You could probably maybe pay for some kind of article about your business in Forbes, but
yeah, that's some publicist type shit at that
stop
point.
the cap, bro. You're not going to make the cover with some bread. If that was the case, every other cannabis CEO would have done it. Every other CEO would have done it. It's just, I got blessed.
What has been the aftermath of being on the Forbes cover for a rich ass fool like you?
Man, it's been good, bro. I feel like it just kind of put respect on my situation.
Facts.
I feel like it brought a lot of awareness of what we created, and it brought a lot of like validation and clarity to my mind of what we created. And then also, I feel like it's brought a lot of opportunities. It's also brought a lot of eyes. It's like Frank Lewis wearing the fur coat to the fight. People are like, oh, this fool got it. So I'm everyone's answer to their problems. People are coming out of nowhere trying to sue me for shit. People are making them stories trying to extort for shit. And it's really crazy because they see this magazine and it just shows the power of branding. All it is a
prestige
picture.
Is a mother.
It's just a picture with a word above it. And because I made that picture with a word above it, people are like, I gotta get him that fool. He got the answers to all my problems. Nothing's changed. I'm still a hard ass working fool. I'm still a regular fool. I'm a scientific experimental fool.
Yeah, mother make the list at Forbes are not lazy. And I don't think you stop when you make it.
Nah,
you probably gas even harder.
Nah, I've been in here at meetings since this morning, and I'm probably gonna. Right at 5 o'clock, I got a meeting, and so at the end of the day, bro, like. What Forbes is made me kind of not Mexican and made me this. It just brought a lot of weird shit, but probably good shit. It's just hella funny to me. So,
Italian nose ass fool.
Italian ass peacock ass.
This is the homie Perico.
Yeah, I'm good with it though. Forbes is big. Forbes is big, man. The richest rapper list was big too. That shit hit different for me though.
One question we didn't ask you about cookies, or what are the hurdles you've gone through from going corporate?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And I'm not against that, fool.
Yeah, nah, but let's.
Are you the biggest corporation in weed?
No.
Look, it's bigger than you.
Bro, you got like places like True Leaf and Cure Leaf and.
I've never even heard of these places.
Well, these are the bigger corporations. So let's set the record straight. Going corporate. What's that mean? What?
To me, that means more ferias.
Okay.
To me.
What does that mean to you going corporate?
Exactly what he said.
More money?
Yep.
Yeah, nah.
He said, yeah, nah.
Nah, what going corporate means to me is like, I don't even know what going corporate means. I'm still the biggest shareholder of cookies. A lot of people don't know. I'm the biggest owner of cookies, right? All decisions have to flow through me. I make a lot of the final decisions. Now we have partners that can move on behalf of cookies, open up stores, and they can do things that may be off brand, or they can do things that maybe I don't get to touch. But for the brand vision, I get to touch everything when it comes to like at the brand level. But going corporate to me is not going corporate. All we did
going corporate's not going corporate. Shut your ass up.
No, but let's be real. All I did was just build more employees. That's it.
I'm mad at that.
And we organized the business. We organized the business in a way that we can actually grow and become something to be a staple. Going corporate just means, in my opinion, that I stepped away from all the bullshit and organized myself in order to actually leave something behind for my kids. Like,
facts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, Berner went corporate. I'm like, today, I'm still the same dude. What the mean I went corporate?
Berner got employees in multiple places.
And this is game for our people right here, right? For all my entrepreneurs out there, especially ones that come from the streets. I'm not educated enough to run a $1 billion business. I did not graduate high school.
I feel that.
I'm not educated enough on tax things, and I'm not educated enough on understanding the law. I'm a down-ass fool that understands how to brand. I'm a good connector. I got access to good-ass genetics. I know how to market. I know how to play my role very well. Because I went out and found people that are good at doing what they do, to put that together with what I do and be as successful as possible doesn't mean I one sold out, doesn't mean two I'm corporate. It just means I'm a smart ass fool. Because I ain't gonna act like I know all this shit. And if I did, I'd be in the same box that everyone else is in right now. And the problem is that people get so prideful, they're afraid to hire someone that's good at what they do and give people positions and power in their company to take it to the next level. They're so prideful to be like, I ain't selling out, fool. Well, you're going to be right there in that same box. But I went and found people who are educated on a bunch of different things. And I pulled them in and said, let's build this. Because y'all know shit I don't know. And what the is wrong with that? I think I'm smart for doing that.
I'm not mad at it at all.
Me neither. Shit, I'll do it again and again if I had to.
I literally got on a plane and flown over here because you've made such good decisions.
Thank you, bro. And I feel like at the end of the day, I want this game to resonate with people. If you're building something, don't be so prideful that you're scared to get help. I knew for a fact I would not be where I'm at right now if I did not have the right business people beside me to help me make these plays and actually be safe while doing it and be smart business-wise ball doing it. You know
What's one of the keys to finding people who you can actually trust? Because I'm sure you've had business associates who maybe betrayed you or did you wrong. So what's one of the keys of like finding people who will really, you
have to sit down with people. I mean, I think the biggest key for me is that letting them keep the creative vision in your hands, right? If the creative and the hiring stays in my hands, and you'll see, like in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I hired every single person there at that store, right? Like
fire.
When we opened up in New Jersey, I'm doing the interviews on Zoom. People are like, interview me? Yeah. Because I want to know who's representing my stores out there, right? Like my brand. So
fuck around and got starstruck?
Yeah, they're like, Berner, like, what's up, fool? You smoke weed? Like, yeah, I'm like, all right, good. That's the first, that's the most important thing. Let's make sure you know what you're selling. But, you know, at the end of the day, bro, like, you have to make sure that the people you're trying to find understand that it's your vision. Nothing should change your vision, right? Creative lays in your hands, right? And you maintain the most powerful position in that board seat, right? And I think if you find people that are aligned with you and your vision and just want to kind of help build that, you're good. Once people start saying that, hey, man, that's cool and all, but you got to take a seat back. Because every one of my partners, you know, they respect my vision. They understand why we got here and they double down on that. So, you know, it's hard sometimes to kind of like let go of your baby, but you're not letting go of your baby if you're in position. You still have the control.
Yeah, just letting the nanny for a little while.
I'm just letting people, you know, help me babysit a little bit while I go out for a walk and shit like that. But really, it's just assistance in areas I wasn't educated on. And I hate that today's world says you went corporate because you brought in someone that's good at math or someone that's good at reading contracts or someone that's good at organizing and structuring leadership roles in your company, right? I mean,
realistically, I think that's like a stigma that's being said because, I mean, we all got LLCs. I don't know if Cookies is incorporated. I'm sure it is. I'm sure, yeah. I don't think this is some small LLC.
Game, yeah, bro. Like, the cool thing about Cookies is like, bro, we got an equity pool, dog. You even know what that means?
A little baby bit.
You know what equity pool means?
Not equity pool. I know what the word equity means, though.
Yeah, so equity pool. So what that means is like, yo, you work for the company, you get granted.
Oh, you get some stocks and bonds. You
get some stocks in our company, bro. And if you work for X amount of time, then the stocks vest and you get equity in our company. And I never knew that you had to take X amount of percent and put it aside to give to your employees. I never would have known that. I'm a normal ass fool. I'd be like, nah, fool, pay that fool.
Oh yeah, pay that fool some normal shit.
In order to get people to actually grind in the right, you know, in the right areas and take
some initiative.
Yeah, take some initiative. Wear this shit in their fucking heart. You gotta create an equity pool, dog. This is all shit I would have never known about. I think, you know what I mean. So you got equity.
I do.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to disclose how much equity, but it's looking mighty fine.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Nah, that's important though. I got gamed up, and I'm really glad that I did it this way because what I learned on the business structure on the cookie side helps me so much in all my other businesses.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Sick ass food.
Sponge ass food.
Tacos or Italian food. Tacos or spaghetti. You know what? Tacos or pizza?
I'm going Mexican food all day. I love the spice.
Pizza? You're choosing tacos over pizza?
For sure.
Down ass fool. I don't know.
What's the name of that one?
Don't say something crazy like Mexican pizza because you will get canceled, my boy.
Tacos El Venado or something like that out there in LA. What's the name of that?
Tacos El Venado.
Is that the name of it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm probably saying it wrong because I don't know how to speak Spanish. But
there's Tacos El Gordo in San Diego, super famous. Some people might say King Taco is fire in LA. It's cool, but there's other shit.
There's one. It's in Koreatown, and there's another one. They have one over there by Van Nuys or something like that in the valley. But this one, I like that good old street taco, that Al Pastor.
Pastor is
and all the good sauce. I'll go for that all day, every day.
I'm mad at it.
Yeah.
So then, if you were to choose a meat, it'd be pastor.
Yeah, probably over carne asada because sometimes carne asada comes dry.
It's a flop.
Yeah, you get dry carne asada, you're pissed.
Absolutely.
Shit.
And then this will be tripping about limes and lemons and shit. Like, fool, look at this shit. They don't even limes or lemons at King Taco, dog.
Yeah, King Taco is good.
Careful.
It's good. It's good. But I have had shit fuel from there before.
Have you ever had the chicharron taco from King Taco? Next time you go to LA, just hit me and I'm gonna see if I could get someone to take you some tacos.
Yeah, I'm down for all that, dog. We wait to eat tacos in LA unless it's like There's a place in SF called La Taqueria. It's incredible on 25th and Mission.
No, that shit's fire. I'm familiar.
You tried it?
It's me. I'm the LA icon. I'm very well versed in that county, sir.
Do you like the crispy taco from there?
I haven't tried Dorado taco, sir.
No. It's a crispy when you order it. It's crispy. It's a soft flour shell. It's a soft corn with the crispy corn.
Gordita ass fool.
Fire ass fool, dude. I promise you.
Talk to me about balancing your family with your business. How do you deal with the bullshit? Like,
yeah, I mean, I just love to have my kids around as much as possible. I told you I have a meeting at 5. I lied. I'm about to go to the movies with my girl at 5.
No, you told me what you were going to do. I already know what you're going to go do. You're going to go watch a movie. Good thing this ain't live.
That's the balance right there, though. And you got to make sure you put some time aside for the family, because when we get done with this...
5 o'clock is a reasonable time to start.
Yeah.
It is 5 o'clock almost.
Okay. Well, when we get done with this interview, I guarantee there's probably 25, 30 text messages that need to be answered. But when I'm done with the interview, I'm not going to turn my phone. I'm going to go watch this movie.
Nasty.
You got to give yourself the balance as well. Like, besides giving the family the balance, being with your partner is giving yourself the balance as well, too.
I like that. What are your thoughts about the food community?
I love you guys.
I mean, we're here, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're in my home. Like,
literally, he told me that he could count how many human beings that are outside of his circle that have been here. So I guess we're in the circle now. We're in the cookie. Pause.
You're in the circle of trust.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, I respect what you guys are doing. I feel like it's dope to see people like actually build up and stand behind it, build a brand around it. And I enjoy your interviews that you do. I think you're cool. I like that my homie stays hidden and asks real knowledge chance from the back, and you know what I mean, like it's a good thing, man. And that's why when Toes told me, I know we had already discussed, next time I come to LA, but I'm like,
busy ass fool.
I'm busy. Bro, bring them out here if they're down. Come out here, and so special episode, random rare episode.
Yeah, I would never allow such a thing to be behind me, but you know what? The logo's right here.
Man, you see it right there, man, up on the screen, man. The food community, man. But I appreciate what you guys are doing, bro. We have to keep uplifting our people and like just keep this shit popping, bro.
Is there anything you have for this fine gentleman, sir?
Yeah, I got one question. What's one of the biggest lessons you learned in business?
Oh man, not all money is good money. You got to be careful who you let invest in you. So it's one thing to find out who your partners are going to be in your business, but when you raise money, you have to go raise capital. Be careful who you raise capital from. Do your research on them. Understand what their goal is with you. Make sure you're aligned with them. Do major temperature checks, because you could take money and that could and
fuck you up as an hell.
You could be put in weird positions that could jeopardize your business, and you might have to fight for your business one day, and it just gets really awkward when you take other people's money, because it comes with a whole different ballgame.
You're saying they might use it against you?
No, they won't use it against you. Just now they have say in what you do, right? And when you take money, you have to sign. There's a lot of documents that come with, the way that money is lent to you and what comes with that, and some of the terms of that money. If you're not reading finance into the details, you can get big time. So you got to make sure you're really on to like, who's giving me this money? What's the terms of this loan? What's this investment really mean? What could they do if we don't reach certain goals by certain times, right? You guys be really worried, because someone says, hey, food community is popping. I'm going to give you guys $3 million to get this shit to the next level. You're like, oh. Well, we hit. We're not really paying attention to it. If you don't take that $3 million, turn it into this by this certain time, then it can mean this. Or by taking this $3 million, we get a board seat, we get a vote equally with you guys.
I don't like that stupid shit. There's all kind of
things that can happen. So long as you kind of get game on how,
like you said, maintaining ownership, maintaining the highest share, maintaining your veto,
and making sure you got control of that board is super important, brother.
Facts.
Yeah, making sure that everyone on that board is aligned with you and a good human, super important. But yeah, all money is not good money. That's the biggest thing I learned is how are we going to take money in the future, and who are we going to take money from? Let's make sure that we really, really pay attention to all the details if we do have to take money again. You don't end up in a boxing match.
Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we clock out, my brother?
Yeah, man, shit. Appreciate everyone supporting me through all these years. It's been a long time, since 2005. I feel like everyone that rocks cookies kind of grew with me, and they're still growing with me. And I feel like it's funny to say this, but I feel like we're just getting started.
I was curious. They brought out some jackets. You don't happen to have them jackets in blue?
I got a Lakers colorway for you. I can send it to you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I got you. I got a Lakers colorway for both y'all. Give me the address. But I just want to support. I want to say thank you to everyone that supports us. Who've been a crazy ass ride. And I'm very public with my life and my battles, and appreciate y'all fighting with me. Every battle, whether it be a legal battle or public opinion battle or a cancer battle, you guys always stuck with me. So I appreciate that shit.
It's been a pleasure. We're out here in the motherfucking Bay Area with the boss.
I got one question for you before we tune out. What you about to eat when you leave here?
Airport food.
Damn, fool.
I wish I could say Berner's gonna cook for me, but that'd be cap. Because he's gonna go watch a movie and eat popcorn with his babies and his.
I'm gonna eat some hot tamales, dog.
Disgusting cinnamon ass fool.
Good shit, brother.
It's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
right
that.
here with the legend Berner, behind the boards as always. Actually, he's not behind the board. Shout out to Yosh on the boards today. But we still got the Wizard of Foods in the building right there, swinging in his chair. Sure. And of course, I am LA Icon. Shout out to all you fools tapping in. Full community.
These fools.